my post Mexico gear review. Everything I am showing you today is what I took with me on my trip. So let's start with clothes. So this shirt here is made by Abley, and it's stain-proof, water resistance, and anti-odor. And yeah, smells great. I think I've washed it twice since I've owned it. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I wanted to test out how well the anti-odor worked out. And yeah, I think I've worn it maybe 30, 40 times since I've had it. I got it earlier in February. And it's held up all right. There's a couple holes in the shirt. I think those are more my fault. It isn't super thick cotton. I would really like to see the company come up with a more or like a thicker, heavier weight shirts in the future, but it's also nice that it's lightweight. Shorts wise, what I'm wearing is the Merit shorts by Prana. Prana is kind of like a yoga / climbing company. All of their shorts, or all their clothing really, has a lifetime warranty. And the reason I like these is all the stitching is it's like really well done, and you know, they're gonna last a long time. They have a little bit of stretch in them. They also have mesh pockets, which means that if you go swimming with them, you know, the pockets will drain. Rear pockets, we have a rear zip on the right side, and on the left side we have a button pocket. So they should be pretty secure in terms of like being able to put your wallet in there and not worrying about, you know, people with sticky fingers getting into your pockets. You also don't have to really worry about, you know, things falling out, which is a problem with the jeans I have here. These are the Old Navy Flex Max jeans. Basically what it means is they have 2% spandex in them, so they're nice and stretchy. But the fit was a little weird. I had to get them tailored to fit just right. The other big problem with these jeans that I noticed, and it's probably an issue with all sort of spandex jeans, the pockets. It's real easy for stuff to kind of fall out. I had some room keys in here when I was in Mexico, and I lost 2 sets of room keys because they just kind of popped out of the pocket and I never noticed. I may be looking into seeing if I can get the like a zipper for the rear pocket to help kind of hold stuff in there. There's a couple companies that make stretchy jeans with zipper pockets in them, so who knows, maybe I'll switch to those. But I made sure I also got dark jeans, because dark jeans go well with everything. They're great for formal, they're great for casual, they're great all around. All of my clothes that I brought with me, they all fit in this little guy here. And this bag here, Packing Cube, is made by a company called Bag Smart, and they have a bunch of different ones. They technically call this their toiletries bag. I think packing cubes in general are way oversized. In here I have 2 pairs of socks, one by Smartwool, one by Darn Tough. They're honestly both have held up just as well. The Darn Toughs do have a lifetime warranty, which is nice, but they're both merino wool, so they have that. I'm not going to say they smell good, they just kind of have like that like classic wool smell. Well, if you've smelled wool before, like, you know what I'm talking about. Moving right along, we have a long sleeve shirt, SPF 50, sort of rash guardy type shirt. I may actually be ditching this on my next trip in favor of making space for other clothes, which I'll get to in a second. We also have in here 1 other t-shirt, so I only travel with 2 t-shirts and then like a long sleeve shirt. This t-shirt here is cotton. It's going to get replaced with one of these Abley shirts as soon as they come back in stock, because as of the time of this video, they are out of stock in my sizes. I also have in here 2 pairs of boxers. I travel with 3 total, so the ones I'm wearing, 2 spares. They're all by the same company, and they're all the same type, called Sax. Kind of a weird name, but they've held up great. They're anti-odor. They're kind of almost like Under Armour shorts or Under Armour boxers, if you've had those before, but they're a little bit lighter weight, and they don't really ride up as much as the underwear boxer briefs do. Those things ride up like crazy. These are better. They ride up a little bit, but for the most part, they stay where they're supposed to be. Super comfortable waistband. It's nice and thin. It doesn't kind of like cut into you or anything. So yeah, they've been great. The last bit of clothing items in here are these guys here. Now, ladies, you will recognize this as a bra strap. And you're probably wondering why me as a guy do I have bra straps in my bag. To explain why I have bra straps, we have to talk about flip-flops. While they are fantastic for hot weather, walking around, and can be quite stylish, the big problem with flip-flops is when you walk around for a long time, they can really hurt your feet, and they have like hardly any support. When I am going out for a longer walk and I do need that support, all I do is I take this bra strap here and I clip it, right? So it's hooked up just like that. And then when you wear your flip-flop, it gives you a lot of support. So the heel part, it holds up against your foot, and it's less of that flipping, flopping around. The straps don't rub on you as much, and you can walk for a much longer time in your flip-flops without getting uncomfortable. So if I'm going for like a long walk and I'm not switching to my closed-toed shoes, I'm still running with flip-flops, throw that bra strap on the back heel, and I'm good to go. We've got our closed-toed shoes. I keep them in a bag like this so that they don't dirty up the rest of my clothes. But the closed-toed shoes I've decided to go with while traveling are made by a company, GBX. And the GBX shoes, they're really light. They have a soft tread to them, so they definitely wear kind of quick. So we'll see how long that actually holds up in the future. Looks wise, I think they are quite stylish. You can wear these out to a nightclub. You could wear them to a wedding. You could wear them to a casual day on the beach. They're going to look good everywhere. They look good with shorts. They look good with pants. They're really just a great, versatile, all-around shoe, which is why I got them. Now, they do come with like standard lace-ups. I got these rubber like shoelace band replacements in here. And I just think it kind of gives it a more classic look when you're wearing the shoe. One other big thing about this shoe, the heel. It's designed to fold down, so this can be an open heel, closed-toed shoe. It makes it even easier for slip-on, slip-off sort of setups. This rain jacket that I have here, it folds into its own pocket. It's made by Columbia. It's a little on the heavy side. I never used it in Mexico. I don't know if I really need a rain jacket on a constant basis. So I may just ditch this rain jacket. It takes up a lot of space in the backpack that I could use in many other ways. So rain jacket is probably going to be out for the future. And lastly, I have a microfiber towel. This towel, it's a full-size towel. It's plenty big enough to wrap around my body after a shower or something. And it absorbs a lot of water. And it also folds up into a nice thin profile. So it really doesn't take up much space in my bag. And yeah, beats having to rent towels while you're overseas at like hostels and stuff like that. We also have sunglasses. So these sunglasses right here are probably my most favorite pair that I've ever owned. They are made by a company called 2020. They're super lightweight. In fact, they're so light that they float on water. So you don't have to have like a back neck strap for your sunglasses or anything, because if they fall off, they're just floating in the water. You pick them right back up and you're good to go. These lenses are also polarized, so it's great when you're out on the water. You don't get the glare off of metal or water surfaces or anything like that. No logos on them. I mean, they're a great pair of sunglasses. That's it for clothing. Why don't we talk about electronics next? This hunkin' beast right here, my HP Envy 15, which I've mentioned before, is super heavy. I mean, it's 6 going on 7 pounds. I mean, you can curl this thing, man. You can get a workout. I'm hoping to get rid of it before my next trip because I really don't want to carry around this big laptop. I mean, you've got this guy here. Power adapter for this one is ginormous. You put all this together, I mean, you're pushing on like 8-9 pounds for the laptop and power supply. Another comment about the VentureSafe backpack having the laptop section on the outside of the backpack. A big issue that I've started to notice while carrying this thing around for distances is because there's so much weight, if you have a heavy laptop, further away from your back, the weight balance of the bag kind of sucks. So it's constantly pulling away from your bag, so the bag actually feels heavier than it really is. Hopefully PacSafe puts that laptop sleeve right up against your back in the future, so that the weight sits right vertical on your back, and it'll make the bag feel a lot more comfortable. Now, I don't travel with a tablet. Instead, I prefer just to have my Kindle with me. This is an old like Generation 5 or Generation 6 Kindle. You can see there's a lot of dead pixels on it and whatnot, but not enough to kind of affect how it's reading. I'll upgrade to whatever the new version Kindles are. We got a Work AO or Wokao WOKAO power supply. This is their version 2.0, and it's got 3 US outlets in the top, 4 USB outlets in the bottom, one of which, the green one here, is a Qualcomm Quick Charge 2.0 port, my Samsung S7. From 0 to 100% can take about 90 minutes, whereas with some of these other ports it would take 2 to 3 hours. And it will get it up to like 50% in like 20 minutes. Also has a converter built into it, so it'll take higher voltages that some of the other countries I'll be traveling to have. This guy will take that and step it down to 110. It also has a surge protector in it, so that if you get surges in power overseas, they're not going to fry your electronics. And just in general, it'll help maintain the long-term life of all my electronics. He's a little on the heavy side, but it's well worth it to protect all my expensive gear. He also comes with international travel adapters, so I don't have to buy a separate adapter. It all came as one kit on Amazon. Computer mouse, can't forget that. This is the Logitech Anywhere mouse. It's got this technology called dark field technology. You can use this on a glass surface. It can still track. I mean, it works anywhere. I guess that's why they call it the Anywhere mouse. Let's get into the electronics packing cube and see what's inside. In this baby, we've got quite a bit of stuff. I mean, this thing really holds a lot. We've got a selfie action camera stick. This extends out, and it has the GoPro style camera mounts. On one side here, we have a cable organizer. I always keep 4 micro USB cables because I have 4 USB charging ports on my power supply, so it just works out that I can just charge a bunch of stuff all at once. I also have here I don't have a GoPro. I have like a knockoff GoPro, which I'll show you in a second. But this is the spare battery and charger for that. In this first section here, I've got just a Transcend 2 terabyte rugged hard drive. It's a spin drive. Eventually, this guy will get upgraded to a solid state once they're a little cheaper, still a little pricey. Other side, we have a pair of wireless headphones. They've got a cable that connects them. They're magnetic at the bases. They literally kind of almost hang like a necklace, which is great for while you're on the plane, when you're not listening. They're right there. They're not going to go anywhere. The sound quality is fantastic. If you want to know what these are, or the brand, it's called Tautronics or Daltronics. Sorry if I'm botching the name on that there. I also have in this bottom pouch a set of lavaliers. So these lavaliers can both plug in at the same time to my Samsung phone and allow me to record like interview style or podcast or whatnot. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. They're fairly lightweight. In the final section here, I just have basically batteries. So I have the LP-E6 batteries. These are knockoffs by K-Star, Caster, however you want to pronounce it. And these guys have been doing pretty well. They're not quite as good as Canon, but I mean they're so close that for the price, they're a great option. So this is the Numawa dual battery charger. So it takes 2 LP-E6 batteries, charges with a 5-volt micro USB port, and yeah, charge 2 batteries at once. Last but not least, I have a Anker Power portable power supply. This also has Qualcomm Quick Charge, so this will charge my cell phone like 2 or 3 times. I can also use it to charge the LP-E6 Canon batteries or anything else that takes 5 volts. This packing cube, it's made by BagSmart as well, and I think it's the perfect size for carrying all my gear. I could probably even stuff a little bit more in here, but it's low profile and it slides into my bag nice and easy. Let's get into some of the camera gear I film with while I am traveling. Of course, I have the Canon 70D that is filming me right now. It also has a Rode video mic on top. It's a great camera. It's a little on the heavy side. I'd like to find something lighter weight. If the Canon M6 was out at the time of recording this, I probably would have jumped on that because the price is pretty similar. But the 7D was what was available when I got it. Now I carry 2 lenses for that camera. I carry the 10-18, which is what I'm filming on right now, And then in this case, lens case that I carry with me, I keep a Canon 55 to 250 millimeter lens. And this lens does fantastic as well. I keep a circular polarizing filter on the top for all those kind of beach shots and whatnot. The polarizing filter helps a lot with like glare and whatnot. This is the tripod I travel with. It's a Joby GorillaPod with a adjustable ball head. So I mount the 70D right onto here, and I can hold it out, film with it. I can set it up as a tripod. I can wrap the arms around a branch or something and, you know, kind of mount it on the side of a tree or wherever else I need to put it. It's really versatile, doesn't take up a lot of space. I just kind of keep it right on the side of my bag, so it's good to go right away whenever I need it. Like I said, I have an action camera, and I have a few mounts. This action camera, it works with GoPro style mounts, so I have a number of those. I have a chest mount, handlebar mount, mouthpiece mount, a skeleton mount with like a clip on the back, and then the camera that I use, this guy right here. This is the Eken H8 camera. You can get them for like $100, which is a lot cheaper than the $500 of a GoPro. Doesn't do quite as well in low light as the GoPro, but it's pretty freaking close. So I would much rather save the $400 and just go with this guy. They're both waterproof to like 200 feet. They both have phone apps, so you can control it from your phone and shoot in 4K, all that good stuff. LCD in the back so you can see what you're shooting. LCD in the front so you can see what your settings are. It's a great camera. And I've done a lot of great videos. I used it scuba diving while in Mexico, and it worked great. Now I keep all of my GoPro or my action camera accessories in this little bag here. This is made by REI. It's a micro expandable packing cube. I can toss my gear in there, kind of zip it down, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. The REI packing cubes are probably my favorite packing cube. My second favorite ones are those BagSmart ones that I have. Together, they make really nice complementary packing cubes. Now my third camera setup is kind of like my quick go-to point and shoot setup. And what I use is my Samsung Galaxy S7. The camera on this thing's really great. It's easy to get to. I always have my phone with me, and because it's a lot lower profile than my Canon 70D, I can sneak this into a lot of places that I can't bring my Canon camera into. I didn't bring this thing with me on my trip, but I intend to use it in the future. It's made by Joby, so the same company that makes my tripod. It's called the GripTight POV, and it is basically just a handle for your phone with the ability to have a cold shoe in the top, so I can hook up an external mic or a LED light to it. So we're going to try that out in the future. I mean, I use my phone a lot already, but it's just one thing that I thought was pretty nifty and should help make the video just a little bit more stable and whatnot. Alright, so that's all my electronics gear. Let's talk about some of the other random accessories that I take with me. As I mentioned before, I have my pack cover, Ultrasil pack cover. It's the small 30 to 50 liter pack cover. This fits the VentureSafe backpack like a glove. Like a glove! And yeah, works great, keeps it dry, doesn't take up a lot of space, it's pretty small. For security, I have this Abus Marine lock. This version is the 75 IB30. It's not a TSA approved lock. TSA locks are POSs. They really suck, they're really easy to break into. You know, it takes a fraction of a second if someone wants to get into your bag to break through a TSA lock. Whereas this guy, you know, he's pretty heavy duty, he's got a pretty complex tumbler system inside of the lock itself. No one's really going to pick this like pretty easy, especially not when you're just walking around. Since it's not TSA approved, I have to take this lock off before I walk through security at the airport. They don't 100% care that you have this on TSA, but if they want to get in your bag, they'll cut it off and then you're kind of screwed because you don't have a lock then. So I just take it off before I go through the machine. As soon as I'm through, put it back on. And this just helps keep my bag a little secure. I also carry this piece of rubber. This rubber here is made by a company called TheraBand. And TheraBand is a great tool for getting some exercise in. Now I can do back exercises, bicep exercises. I mean, you can get a fair number of workouts in with this tiny little piece of rubber. And it takes up no space. It's pretty lightweight. For travel wallet, I just have a cheap Walmart travel wallet. It was like 12 bucks at Walmart. It's already fallen apart, so we'll just see how long this goes. For a water bottle, I use the Vapor water bottle. The great thing about this water bottle, you fill it up, it's a full 1 liter water bottle. When you're done drinking it, folds up nice and compact, like so. And I think this is the last of it here. We've got the Gecko Brands waterproof backpack. This is basically like a dry bag with backpack straps on the back. It's got a little front pocket here. This is my sort of day pack when I'm traveling. So I get somewhere, I've got my carry-on bag, drop that off at the hostel or the hotel room, and then I take off with this for the day. It's what I used in Mexico, and it worked pretty good. Like it kept my stuff dry. It kept, you know, the sand and elements away from everything. But yeah, the bag's super thin. It's just made of nylon. It's not going to protect your gear. So when I had like my camera in here, my phone and whatnot, like I had to be really careful not to drop the bag anywhere or let people bump into it or whatnot. So I really had to baby my stuff, which is a pain. It also has like no security features in it. It'd be very easy to break into this bag. Also, it would take nothing for someone to come up and kind of razor blade the side of this bag and kind of sneak stuff out of it. I'll probably eventually replace it. I mean, the saving grace about it is that it is such a low profile. I mean, this packs up to nothing in your bag. I tried the VentureSafe X25 travel safe, or at least I should say I bought one. And when I got it in the mail, I had not really thought through how big that thing was. It literally could fit my entire carry-on bag inside of it. The X25 was just way too big, so it didn't work out. So I'm sticking with the Gecko Brands waterproof backpack for now. Hopefully in the future I find a better option for a day pack, but as of right now I'm still on the hunt. I have had thoughts of buying the Manal Daily and trying that out, but I need to double check dimensions to make sure it would fit in my bag all right. Alright, so that's everything that I carry in my bag. It all fits in that carry-on bag without a problem. I even have enough space to fit in a small drone like the Mavic Pro by DJI if I wanted to. And by getting rid of that rain jacket like I was talking about, I'll probably have a lot more space in that bag. So if you like this video, leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought of my gear selection. If you have a better idea for something I've chosen, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching.